Hello, my name is Manikandan Bala, Senior Vice President in Electa for Timia region, and I'm also the Managing Director for India. I work for Electa, which is a 50-year-old Swedish company, and Electa has been in India for now more than 17 odd years. Electa is the leading manufacturer of radiation therapy equipment, namely the linear accelerators and the gamma knife. We also have the other line of products. Electa has a vision of Access 2025, and that's what I want to discuss. Cancer burden in India can be broadly classified into three areas. One is awareness, second is access, third is affordability. Awareness is all about people getting conscious of what the symptoms are. Of course, the government is driving quite a bit on the diagnostics and the screening front, and therefore the awareness is slowly increasing. But nevertheless, India continues to have multiple cases reported at a later stage. Access is the main problem in countries like India. Just imagine this scenario where 70% of our population lives in rural area. 50% of the cancer incidences happen in rural areas, whereas we have almost 80% of the cancer infrastructure in the tier 1 and tier 2 cities, larger extent focused on tier 1 cities. Also, as per the WHO estimates, conservative estimates, for a population of 1.4 billion, or around 40 crores, we should have at least 1,400 linear accelerators today to match up with one equipment per million. Unfortunately, we have just 600 plus linear accelerators today installed in India, which is roughly around 0.4 equipment or 0.4 LINAC per million, which is way too low even by very conservative standards. So how do we bridge the gap? How do we ensure that access is available to patients across India? And that's where Electa's vision of Access 2025 comes in. We, from an equipment standpoint, have started manufacturing equipment which can help getting these equipment installed in tier 3, tier 4 cities, using the technology, using AI, ensuring that there's a lot more productiveness, lot more efficiency built into this equipment, and that's the technology part of it. Of course, to ensure that the speed of treatment comes down and therefore the cost comes down, we are also introducing technologies like MR LINAC, which is being adapted by India very fast, and that's the technology part. Accessibility in terms of reach, we are working very closely with the government, very closely with other nodal agencies to evaluate public-private partnership across India, where these equipment and the infrastructure can be taken to tier 2, tier 3, tier 4 cities, and ensuring that the patient need not travel all the way to major cities, which only increases cost. So that is the other part of access which we are working on. The third part of access is about manpower, the skills and the training and development. It is not enough if we have equipment across. We also need people to address these treatment modalities using their expertise. We again have a huge gap at this point, and that's where Electa is stepping in to ensure that we set up learning and training and development centers across India. One of them happens to be in Anna University, Chennai, where we are setting up labs to train the physicists who are going through their education program. In addition, we also have training centers across India which will upskill the existing manpower to the latest technology, and as the technology evolves, they are already ready to handle these technologies. So that's the training part. The third part of it is about affordability, and that's where the cost comes in. Today, the patients come all the way to tier 1 with their family, stay for a month plus, and incur a huge cost. So advancements in technology, increase of productivity, lesser requirement of space, for example, or the advancements coming in the new linear accelerators which we have launched. These were primarily from the inputs of doctors and clinicians from emerging countries like India, which ensures that the cost of the treatment goes down dramatically at the tier 3, tier 4 locations. In addition, data is very big in terms of identifying the centers, identifying the locations across India where the cancer incidence is high, and again segregating which cancer is higher in which part of the territory, and ensuring that optimal cost is spent to those specific locations in terms of both infrastructure and the equipment. So there's a lot of advancements even on the affordability front, ensuring that the cost does come down to the end patient. Electa in India has been operating for 18 odd years. We have been the selected partner across the industry in the recent few past. In fact, we have partnered with All India Institute of Medical Science in majority of their projects across India. From a market presence standpoint, we are almost half of the installations in India compared to the competition as well. So we have been doing extremely well in terms of helping the healthcare providers to get the best technology out there for the treatment of patients. Going forward, we will continue to partner with the government and the private industry, as I mentioned, in the form of public-private partnership, in the form of training and education, also in the form of consultation to ensure that we have the best decision making as we move forward. There's a lot of interest from the government side in addressing and attacking this cancer burden India is struggling through, and Electa is more than participating in these discussions to ensure that the population across India gets the best technology at the least cost. That's the endeavor as we move forward, and we solicit all cooperation as we move forward. Thank you.